Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I take aesthetic notes on my Samsung Tab S6 Lite. The first thing we are going to do is page template and color. So when you open Samsung Notes, you can click the three dots in the right hand corner, and there they have an extensive list of different colors and templates, and you can import your own if you press the PDF button underneath a page template. Then we're going to move on to some shortcuts that I have found to be very useful. These shortcuts help make your note-taking process a lot shorter and also just ease your hand when writing. And these are just some of the main things you should know when taking notes on a tablet. Next, I'm going to move on to some of my 𝑊ℎ𝑎𝑡 title ideas. They are some of the ones you would use for stationery, kind of similar, except I kind of just use them for my notes because I like the way they look. So here you can see me writing in the right bottom corner. But again, I would recommend if you are running out of ideas for your headings, you can just Google like 𝑊ℎ𝑎𝑡 ideas, stationery title ideas, and trust me, a lot of these will pop up. This is just one I wanted to show you guys up close. These are how I make my bubble letters. So you just take a flat color on the background and then add white to make it look 3D and like bubble-like, and that'll just help add that extra emphasis to your work. Also, just make sure that you're varying your different pen sizes depending on the title, because the pen size really does matter. And then I'm going to show you how I add the title accents. So I only use about 4 different accents just because I like to keep it simple, but some people like to do crazy things. I use 3 lines, or I'll use little bubbles that look like leaves with really thin pencil, or I add like little squiggles around the corner. But again, get as creative as you like. It really depends on the subject for me. When I use like the bubble ones, I'm usually doing something with like English. Then here's some important note-taking facts, or formats rather. You should really stick to one of these. So one is Cornell notes. Cornell notes are, you've seen them everywhere. One side for topics and one side for notes. Then we have general notes, which is just a basic flow of notes. So you have a subheading, then your notes, etc., etc. It doesn't really vary that much. It just goes in a straight line. And then I like to use this one especially. It's called variation, and you use both Cornell notes and general notes to create this dynamic note-taking process. And that's how I do most of my notes that you will see in the next section. Next, we're going into color themes. Color themes are really important because depending on the color, it really changes the vibe. So I use Zen. I've been using Zen this entire time. Zen is like something with the greens and the browns and really earthy tones. And then we have neon. Neon uses the neon palette. If you're wondering where I get any of these colors from, you can just open up your S Pen and they're all there for you. So I didn't like import anything special, so you guys can all use the same things I'm using. And lastly, we have modern. And I use white for all of my writing just because it matches with like almost any theme. And finally, I'm just going to walk you through my note system. So I always start with the taking of the title, and it really takes a long time to get the title because I never know like what I'm going to be writing about. But once you get that title, then you're set from there. And I'm not going to show you guys like everything. I'm not going to cut anything out just because I want you to know that like I don't take perfect notes on the first try all the time. I actually like struggle a lot and rearrange, etc., etc. So you can really just play with your notes. You can do it as you like. I just like to have like big subheadings and then like really tiny notes. But again, I use Cornell notes, and then I use the basic general format that I showed you in the Cornell notes. And I just feel like it creates this dynamic section instead of having like the basic Cornell notes that you've seen before. In order to be your best when taking notes, I'd recommend trying to be as efficient as possible, because though aesthetic notes are super cool, we kind of have to get things done, and we have to, pay attention in school, especially if you're trying to do these while your teacher is talking. So I try to make the most effective and like shortcut words or like topic sentences as possible because I don't want to take too much time. But if you guys want to see my full note-taking system, as in everything I've done, like writing notes to Samsung notes to how I've maintained my 4.0 average, then I'd recommend subscribing and checking in next week when I upload that video with my full note-taking system. But again, just follow that format and trust me, all your notes will be solid, great. And again, you should highlight instead of underline. That's just like something I like to do specifically, and it looks way better. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Here are just some clips of the notes up close, just in case you need to take a screenshot or you need to just look at it up close, seeing which one you like. But I will see you all next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day and your grades, are the best, and your notes are so pretty, and everything goes well for you. And I will see you all next time.